and we are live in the building. And I know y'all watching that dang Steelers game, right? Seahawks just did exactly what we not thought they were going to do. They just requested Dan Quinn to interview for their head coaching position. And I would assume that he's going to go do it. Like I would definitely assume that he's gonna go take a look. So yeah, Dan Quinn have been requested to interview for the Seattle Seahawks job. You know what I'm saying? Let me put this on there. Let me add this title real quick. Dan Quinn interviewing interviews for interviewing for Seattle job. Do y'all want him to stay? Do y'all want Dan to stay? I mean, comment box. Jason, I agree with it. I agree with it. Donnell, what's up with you, Donnell? What's up with you, Regina Green? I helped Dan pack himself. He said I helped Dan pack himself. Hey, ACM, what happened to the link, man? Y'all supposed to send me the link. Ida, what's up with you, Ida? Robert, Adrian, what's up with you? Him and Mike gotta go. I woke up at 12 thinking I overslept, and I realized, wait, time out. 12 is the time I normally go live. That means I'm on time. What do you think about Jim Harbaugh? Questions already coming in. Let's get it. What do the shit hurts, man. I can't even watch. Oh, he hosted. Okay. Me and Landlord did a show last night, so it's not like I'm not saying I didn't miss anything, but because we did a show together last night for like an hour. We were on live for like an hour last night. McCarthy got to go. Bring on Bill, Chick, and Dak got to go. If you get rid of Dak and McCarthy, we for sure are not going to the playoffs next year. And then so next year you will then be mad at somebody letting somebody else go. You know what I'm saying? What up with you, my boy Mike? What's up, John? What's up? Gilmore was really hurt not to be playing, man. Why you just don't roll with Nashawn Wright? Belichick is old and done. We got a lot of stuff, different things coming in here. We need a fresh start. We need that in the playoffs. I'm just reading comments right now. I'm gonna start giving y'all my thoughts in a minute. What happened last night, bro? Cowboys lost. If you're an Eagles fan, you shouldn't be asking me what happened to us last night. You should be focusing on the game you about to play. Bring in Bill. All right. D played horrible. Defense did not play good at all. I will agree. Defense did not play good. Let's go ahead and start, man. Let's go ahead and start. Some backpack. Bring it over. I'll do it. Ferg was the only person that seemed like he last night bought. Yeah, he did. Jake Ferguson earned a whole new respect from me. Not saying I didn't have respect for him, not saying that I didn't believe that he was a good tight end, because I believed that he was a good tight end. I just believe that the Cowboys run so much 12 personnel that you probably needed to have two tight ends, which ended up being true. The Cowboys did need to have two tight ends. Because think about this. Last year, we went from having three tight ends and Jake Ferguson, Dalton Schultz, and Hendershot to literally only having one tight end this year. To literally only having one tight end. You know what I'm saying? Gallup showed up, but Gallup showed up because they targeted him. But let's just be real. When we start throwing the ball to Gallup, we all knew the game was over. Like when Gallup started getting carries, I was like, yep, this game's over. They're packing it in. Like I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like last night was just that shit was embarrassing, bro. That was embarrassing. That was like an embarrassing loss, bro. Like even if that's not the playoffs, that's an embarrassing loss, bro. Think about this. If that's not the playoffs, that's the second worst loss of the season. And it came in the playoffs. That makes me feel like my head coach, my assistant coaches, bro, they cannot prepare. They cannot get these guys prepared to play big games. They just can't. West Coast, my bad. Better question if you. I'll never trust this team again. Nothing to see next. See you next year. All pros footballs, and they spanked us in front of the whole school. Hey West Coast, did you notice none of our draft picks helped us this year? Man, Corey, I talked about that earlier today. I would like to have Dalvin Cook running back with Tony Pollard, not it. Who we got? Hey, who else? I mean, listen, how many do y'all honestly think Cowboys gonna fire somebody? I don't think they're gonna fire somebody. Listen, Jerry Jones is not black. So to fire someone on Martin Luther King birthday, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Jerry, he down with the black cause, but he is not a black man. Neither is the man that he was firing. You know what I'm saying? So they could have fired Mike McCarthy's ass on Martin Luther King birthday, and nobody would have done nothing. They could have fired his ass in the middle of Kwanzaa and Black History Month, and nobody would have cared. You know what I mean? Nobody would have cared. So don't be up here trying to tell me, oh, it was Martin Luther King birthday, and that's why no, 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 no. Hell no. Hell to the no. If you believe someone should lose their job, their job should be lost. I told you guys, listen to me. I told you guys before this game was even played, regardless of the outcome, no coaches were going to be fired. I'm going to tell you guys why. Because the Dallas Cowboys winning 12 games in the regular season to them was already successful. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this right here. I did not enjoy this regular season. You want to know why? Because I was so focused on getting back to the playoffs. You want to know why? Because I was in San Francisco last year when my season ended. Like all this stuff for me was just like the regular season. Honestly, listen to me. I'm gonna tell y'all where I got this philosophy. When I started coaching youth 7-on-7 and flag football, you know what they told me? They said every team goes to the playoffs. I said, that's dumb. I don't like that. They say, yeah, but we want to have everybody have an opportunity to play for a championship, even if they can't get it through the regular season. So basically what you want to do is you want to use the regular season. It's almost like a warm up to get to the get to the postseason. And I was like, at that moment, I was like, that's a good way of thinking about things, right? What's up, the original people? That's a good way of thinking about things. The regular season is really not even like, it's not really like a season, really is. It's 17 opportunities for you to create the best team possible so that you can get into the 1-month tournament and play the best game possible. So that means everything that you're supposed to do through weeks 1 through 17 is supposed to make sure that on yesterday, you can play the best game possible. Give you an example. I took over a team last year. When I took the team over preseason, they were 0-3. Played the first game, they got blew out. We had 9 more games left. I went to the parents. I told the parents like this. I said, listen, my name is Coach West Coast. I think I'm pretty good at what I do, but we'll see how it comes through the season. But this is what I want you guys to tell. That's what I want you guys to understand. I'm not going to focus on winning in the regular season. First, as soon as I said, they was like, what? I was like, yeah, I'm not going to really focus on winning in the regular season. You want to know why? They say, why? I said, because at the end of the day, in the league, everybody goes to the playoffs. So since everybody goes to the playoffs, why does it benefit me to go undefeated? It doesn't make no sense. What makes more sense for me to do is to try to use every one of these games that we have to work on something, maximize it, perfect it, so that in a month from now, we can play the best football we can play possible. Right? That was my philosophy. You know what happened that season? Bro, we went 0-10. I didn't go out with a game. But you know what we did in the playoffs? No, we did not win a championship that year. We didn't. But you know what we did? We put the number 1 team out. We put the number 3 team out. And we lost in the Super Bowl. Nobody saw us coming. You want to know why? Because for 10 weeks, you know what I was focusing on? Getting better to play today. Today, we got to play our best football. All them other weeks, we can just kind of make it, we can just kind of work through things to kind of like understand. But listen, this is the key to this, though. This is the key, though. If you take that mentality that West Coast is talking about, you actually got to fix the stuff. Because if you don't fix the stuff, you know what happens? You know what happens? You're just a bad team. Listen to me, man. There were several bloggers that tried to tell you guys that the Dallas Cowboys at home was fluff. My boy Jay Tuck was one of them. I know. He called me all a bunch of times. I know a couple bloggers that tried to tell you that the Cowboys at home record was fluff. Like, I know a couple of them. Now, I ain't gonna say it was fluff, but I will say this: you guys know I always want to go on the road in the playoffs. This playing on the at home stuff, this is for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I never gave a damn about playing at home because I knew most of the people that be saying they want to play at home don't even go to home games. That's all I'm saying, bruh. That's all I'm saying. Now listen, I ain't capping on nobody, but I'm just saying that's what I've seen in life. The folks that be talking about, oh, we gotta play at home. We gotta play at home. Them don't even be the people that go to games, bruh. Like, them ain't even the folks that be going to games. So, I always think about what's best for my team. What's best for my team, honestly, Cowboys should have took that. They needed to go on the road, bruh. We did not need to scream. We did not need to play a game that we supposed to be winning in front of 96,000 screaming Cowboy fans. Because guess what happened? It was over. Your coach doesn't listen to me. Your coach doesn't know how to win when he's considered the winner. Oh, let us be the underdog. Let the Cowboys be the underdog. They go out there and they walk all over everybody. But what happens when you're no longer the hunted? What happens when it's just time for you to just go out there and do your damn job? What happens? In those moments, Cowboys, we drop it, bro. I'm just keeping it real. And you know who that is? That's the mentality of your coach. Coach. I don't know nobody that in this room.
That's what she said.
Justin Kitchens, he says, I always say the Cowboys can beat anybody, but they also lose to anybody. That's anybody's team, man. I mean, we do not handle success, bro. We just don't handle success. At Cowboys would have been some underdog, bro. We would have dog walked them, bro. We would have been walked into it. That's our mentality. We could take that all day. We could take that all day. We could take that all day. But us being the team, we're the ones that gotta, bruh. It was too much pressure. It was too much pressure. Them dudes folded. They folded, bruh. They folded. The preparation going into this game was not good. And guess what? Everybody did. Everybody did stuff they weren't supposed to. Even the guy who was perfect all season missed a goddamn kick. And listen to me. I'm not gonna say I told you so, but I told y'all. Like, the preparation going into this game was we are going to beat them. Not because we're the better team, because we're the Dallas Cowboys. And they didn't execute. And all the other fumble things that happens when Cowboy Nation happened. Like, unfortunately, we lose games the exact same way we lose every single game. Listen to me. We lose games the exact same way every single year. We do not run the ball well, and we cannot stop the run. Period. 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 Just keeping it real with you. We do not. We lose every game because of that. Like, I'm going to be real with you. We have games where Dak has thrown multiple interceptions and we've won. Like, but we have not been able to stop the run. Nor do we put money into stopping the run. You feel me? Cowboys have no desire, bro. They have no desire to do it. And I so hope Dan Quinn takes that job. Because, bruh, he believes and he is willing to die and lose games behind linebackers who are safeties. I love Rashad. I love Bell. I love him. But guess what? He lost. He lost the fight against Jordan Love last night. We need a real middle linebacker. Like, we need a real middle linebacker. Like, even if we don't, listen to me, if we don't do nothing else, we got to get a middle linebacker, bro. Or you know what they're going to try to do? They're going to try to sell you on Overshawn, who plays more like a smaller Micah Parsons than anything. They're going to try to sell him on him being an effective guy standing back there and calling reads and making plays. Bro, that's not what Overshawn wants to do. So I'm just telling y'all that right now. That's not even what he was doing in preseason. That's not even what he was doing in preseason. So when they try to sell us on Overshawn coming back and being a middle linebacker, remember the reason why you liked him and loved him is not because he was doing middle linebacker stuff. You liked him because he was rushing. He was doing explosive things like Micah Parsons. You know what I'm saying? And Micah Parsons playing off-ball linebacker, that is not the fix. It's not the fix, my boy. Somebody said Overshawn built like a corner. Overshawn, listen to me. If Overshawn is my will, then who is my Mike? You know who's going to be your Mike linebacker next year? The white boy. The white boy going to be your middle linebacker next year. I don't know why y'all thought Leighton Vander Esch was not a Dallas Cowboy anymore. Like, I honestly think some of y'all thought Leighton was off the team. He is not off the team. He is very much a Dallas Cowboy. He's just out for the season. He got one more year in his deal. He's going to be a middle linebacker next year. LV ain't going to retire. Why would LVE retire? He has a one-year deal. He still has money on his deal. Why would he retire? Why would he retire? Russell, why would he retire? He's not going to have to retire. If he had to retire, he would have retired already. You guys are up here hoping. No. LV signed a 2-year deal. Go look at it. Go Google it. Go look at it. Go look at LVE's deal. It's a 2-year deal. Listen to me. If that neck ain't stopped him from playing to this point, it ain't gonna stop him playing next year. Somebody said not Vander. Yes, Vander. What is you talking about? Vander is just coming back. Hey, y'all, when y'all see me live, please don't text me and inbox me about stuff, please. Even if it's about money. Wait till I get off live. If it's about money, then yeah, I might talk to you. But man, if it ain't about money, please wait till I get off them. Drew says at the end of the day, they do this every year, West Coast. We have the same discussion in January every year. What's the problem? The problem is, man, this loss was different, bro. This loss was hella different, man. This loss was hella different. I mean, It was different in the aspect that like I thought last year's team was better, but at the same time, Dak was playing out of his mind, bro. And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like I can't be West Coast without telling you this. I don't know how he has such high highs and such low lows. Like maybe it's the cannabis, but I don't know, bro. Like I don't understand. I don't know. But I will say this: in Dak's defense, you scored 32 points at home. How the hell your defense give up 50 almost? Now, I'll take away 14 that the offense gave you, but damn. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, HTM was right putting the offense on the field first. Landlord was right about that. Was wrong about that. But I ain't gonna lie. The film didn't say that though. The film didn't say that. The film said put the defense on the field first. That's what the film said, man. Like I've never seen that defense before, bruh. Never. Um, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Listen to me. Some of the questions you guys are asking me, like why did we play man to man all season and switch up and go zone all last night? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It says Styles makes fights. Film means nothing to they on that field. No, film means a lot. Film does mean a lot. Cowboys just didn't go with the film. The Cowboys didn't do what they normally do. Like us in zone 80% of the game, that's not what we normally do. Like, and I know we don't normally do because on that big ass catch to the damn tight end. Listen, that big ass catch to the tight end from on Gilmore, number 87. Gilmore lets him, he releases him. And guess what? He like you're in zone. Gilmore, why are you going halfway across the field? Like you could clearly see that they were in zone. But like they were having literally miscommunications. The reason why they were having miscommunications on defense is because after 4 months is because you ain't been doing it, bruh. That's why there were so many miscommunications last night. Listen to me, bro. I've never seen a quarterback throw to so many open wide receivers. They were open, bro. They were just wide open. Parsons was exposed. I don't think Parsons was exposed. Parsons wasn't exposed. Parsons played the same way Parsons plays every game. But the thing about it is the NFL knows how to, because every team has a Micah Parsons, you have to be able to understand how to either minimize his damage or keep him not involved in the game. Parsons did not get exposed. Parsons was still very dominant last night, but bro, there are just things that you can do. Like there are things that you can do to alleviate what he does. Why? Because you only have one. Ain't nobody throw that game. I'm gonna ask you guys a question. How much money you think you got to pay a dude making $40 million a year to throw a game, considering throwing games is a federal crime and your ass will go to prison behind it? And honestly, I don't even think Dan Quinn threw no game. I just think that dude made a dumbass decision, bro. Why can't people just make dumb decisions anymore? Like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be no Illuminati plot. The dude just did some dumb stuff. He made the wrong decision. That's it. Like, he decided, hey, I should do this, and it was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I think Parsons needs to go back to being no. Parsons has never been a middle linebacker. He's never been a middle linebacker. He was a middle linebacker for 4 games his rookie season. He gave up 2 rushing touchdowns, and Gronk got him twice. No, Micah Parsons needs to put his ass on the defensive line and just let him rush. You need to go draft a middle linebacker. NFL is done. Y'all, listen to me. If you listen to me, I don't want to hear nothing about the NFL being rigged when the Cowboys is out here when we was on that 5 game win streak. I don't want to hear that crap, bro. The NFL's only rigged when the Cowboys lose. Like, stop that, man. Stop that, bro. I don't like that talk, bro. I don't like that talk. We're better than that. We can take our losses, bro. We can take our L's and move the hell on. Guess what? In 2 months, we'll be talking about the draft. In 4 months, we'll be talking about the schedule. In 5 months, we'll be talking about training camp. In 6 months, we'll be in training camp. Like, it's not gonna be that long. We'll be right back at it, bro.
It's just waiting for a baby. The 9 months.
Well, this is you got to think. I don't know if we'll be able to draft a middle linebacker unless you are gonna probably trade up because you're gonna probably be drafting like 24. Probably can still get a good linebacker there though. Hey, that's a good point, Sarah. Sarah said no offseason when you're a Cowboy fan. Very, very true. Beer Sports Lounge and Sports Facts Fiction. Who will be the next DC? Um, Dang, is that my boy producer G? What up, man? No, that's Gary Lynch. My bad. Yeah, we gonna be pick 24. So you're gonna have to hit up Henny, hit up Boss Cowboy, Landlord, J Tuck, hit them dudes up, Law Nation to find out who gonna be the best linebacker. Because I'm just saying, at 24, I would think the best linebacker would have already gotten picked. Question says, hey, let's do some questions. I'm tired of talking. Rapid fire questions. Hit that star button. Hit my Cash App if you can, please. First question was, West Coast, if you were Jerry Jones, what would be the first move I would make? Right now, the first move I would make, even before I fire McCarthy, you know what I would do? I would decide what the heck are you going to do with your quarterback? Because right now, that's the most important thing. Dak Prescott is on a 1-year deal worth $59 million. If I'm going to extend him, I would do it. If I could do it today, I would do it today. You want to know why? Because y'all mad at Dak today, but y'all going to be even mad at him in a month or so, 3-4 months ago when he gets an extension, right? So my thing is this, I would just put it all together and just knock it out the way. Bloop, that's done. I would kill that right off the muscle. Dak is our quarterback, period. Yes, he didn't play good. No, he did not play good. Yes, we believe that he can and is responsible for playing better. But that's our quarterback. If you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. But that's our quarterback. Period. Next, what would I do? Next thing I would do is, well, that wasn't the question. I gave you your answer. It was next question. So yeah, the first thing I would do is Jerry Jones. I would extend my quarterback. Cause see, you guys are mad right now. You want to know why? You're mad because you lost in the playoffs. But you know what's worse than losing in the playoffs? Not going to the playoffs. Period. I'll take losing in the playoffs versus not going to the playoffs any day. Dak has gotten me to the playoffs the last 3 years, bruh. Calm down. And he's won in 3 years. Listen to this. You want to get rid of this guy in the last. Listen to this guy. Let me pull this up. 36. Dak is 36-15 in the last 3 years. In a 17-game season, you're not losing more than 5 games. And you want to give that up to do what? To do what? I get it. We're mad. After that anger gets, after all that settles, what are options? What are you doing? Because if you haven't thought that out, bro, you are going to put yourself in a worse situation. Don't tell me about no kid in college either. Don't tell me about no kid in college. That's from your hometown. Who took Pinkerton South to the state champion. I don't want to hear that bullshit. I don't want to hear that. I do not want to hear that, bruh. And you're pick 24, bruh. So what quarterback is going to be at pick 24? Trey Lance? Slap yourself, bruh. Like, slap yourself. Is Dak the best option available? Yes. And think about this. If Dak wasn't on our team and we had no quarterback and this happened, you would want him. The reason you don't want Dak is because it happened to you. But if we had no quarterback and Dak was available and he just played like that for the Cincinnati Bengals and he is now a free agent, you want his ass. You want his ass. So, what's the first thing? Is Jerry Jones the owner? Bro, I'm extending my quarterback, bro. Y'all can be mad with 12 wins every season. Kiss. That's what I would tell you. You're just going to be mad with 12 wins every season. You know what I'm saying? You're good with regular season? Okay, what quarterback you can get right now that's going to guarantee that I even get to the postseason? I need all y'all to Mono Ginobili, finger roll, high step out your feelings and answer this question. What quarterback are you getting right now that's going to guarantee to get me to the playoffs so I can lose in the playoffs? Who? Tell me. Tell me, give me a quarterback that guarantees I can even get to the playoffs. You've been in the playoffs 4 out of the last 5 years. The only year you didn't go to the playoffs is because Dak broke his leg. I could have lost 3 minutes before Dak did. All right, so since you're so smart enough to tell me that Dak isn't the guy, who is the guy? And how do we get him? Action pile, you're on. Go. Dak is not the guy we've agreed. Okay, let's go that route. Dak is not the guy. But I won't listen to me. Dak is not the guy. We're gonna move on from Dak. What are we doing? How do we do this? Kirk Cousins hasn't, bro. Dak, do you know what Dak's record versus Kirk Cousins is? What's up, Terrence? When was the last time Kirk Cousins beat Dak? When was the last time? Listen to me. When was the last time Kirk Cousins beat the Dallas Cowboys? Kirk Cousins couldn't even beat the Dallas Cowboys when we had Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton went into Minnesota and beat their ass. So I want to know. We mutually agree to get Dak off this team. I don't know how we get him off, but we get him off. What's your plan? You're pick 24. That means what? That means every quarterback. And then my question is this. What quarterback would you be willing to go all the way up to like 3 or 2 to get? And do you know to go up to like from 24 to pick 3, you're going to have to probably trade someone CeeDee Lamb. Get out of here, bro. Who? Think about this. Trey Lance couldn't keep the job in San Francisco, and they got the #1 defense. He ain't even really got to do nothing. Justin Fields, if you get Justin Fields, trade CeeDee Lamb, because CeeDee Lamb's going to be pissed off because he's not catching no ball. Just like DJ Moore and every other wide receiver that plays for Justin Fields is currently. Gardner Minshew, he went to Washington. That's all I'm going to say. Tua can't win, Dak can't win, and Terry Lance. So if Dak is extended, how do you improve the culture if the Joneses is running the show? Well, first off, you got to have a quarterback to even have a culture. Like, get out of here, man. Like, I am not trying to be freaking searching or being one of these teams that don't have a quarterback. See, we didn't have a quarterback so long, we forgot what it's like to not have a quarterback. I'm 41, bro. I know exactly what it feels like to not have a good quarterback. See, some of you guys is the twilight of your football career or your football fandom has been Dak Prescott. Like, a lot of y'all just really started paying attention to football here over the last 5-6 years. And want to know why? Dak Prescott. Because when we was 8-8 every other year, I promise you y'all wasn't talking about, oh my God. No, you was not. You were not. You were not. So let's just be real. Dak is the reason why most of you guys are turned on now. You don't get off the cap, man. And we barely found Dak. He said, watch my boy Lance will start next year. And we're going to the draft because he is not a good quarterback. It'd be so funny because folks be so quick to hang their hand on somebody. Don't even know the dude is not even good. Like he's a third string quarterback because someone's hating on him. Yeah, you're right. You right. You right. You right. Dakota's not a clutch quarterback. Well, guess what? Get him a defense where he doesn't have to be clutch. The only time you got to be clutch is when your defense can't stop anything. You want to know why Tony had to be clutch? Because his defense gave up 35 points. Why do you have to be clutch if your defense only gives up 17 points like they're supposed to at home? Huh? Hey, guess what? You know who else isn't clutch? Statistically, Patrick Mahomes. You want to know why? Because he's never down. He's never down. Go look at how many comeback wins Patrick Mahomes have. He don't got a lot. You want to know why? Because he's never down. He's rarely down. You know what quarterbacks have a lot of comebacks? Guys like Tony Romo. You want to know why? Because they had horrible defenses. Tony Romo's best game he ever played in his life, he lost. You want to know why? Because the defense gave up 50. Come on, man. Y'all know. Listen, y'all know I put this Cowboy stuff on, man. Come on now, man. Y'all know I put this Cowboy stuff on, bro. Like, y'all know I put it on, man. Like, y'all know I put it on, man. Like, y'all know I put it on, bro. Like, they got some honorable mentions out there. Like, my boy Jay Tuck, he puts that stuff on, too. Like, his throwback game is tough. You know what I'm saying? That's my little youngster. You know what I'm saying? He be doing his things. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I had to up him one on the jacket though, because he the one had the leather jacket. He had the Lettermans. I had the regular Cowboys, and he got the Lettermans, and I had to up him one. You know what I'm saying? I had to go get that OVO joint. You know what I'm saying? I had to up him one. You know what I'm saying? But Tuck be coming hard with his stuff too. But I puts this on though. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? This is just let me show you some regular stuff. Look at this. You got the shirt, the ensemble, boom, bam, bam. Watch. Then you can take this off, and you got another cowboy shirt that matched the sweater that you just had on. You dig? And it's all throwback because that's what we like. You know what I'm saying? The 80s edition throwback. You feel me? With the tie dye. No, they should not do that with the NFL. The NFL is losing money. Because he threw a pick and he threw a pick to Gervais trying to score 50 points. That's obviously not the guy. He can't play worth crap in the playoffs. Well, that's pretty much every quarterback, and that's not true because Dak actually set a record last year in the playoffs for throwing the most touchdowns. Y'all try to act like he didn't listen. Y'all try to act like Dak didn't retire Tom Brady, but I guess that game didn't matter. That game didn't count, or he didn't, or that game that he beat, or that playoff game that he dogged, that he beat Seattle at home. Y'all don't remember that far back, huh? Just last year, Dak set an NFL record for throwing the most touchdowns in a playoff game. Just last year against Tom Brady. Just last year. Then he had a perfect passer rating versus Seattle Seahawks. So I'm just saying, man. I don't think he plays good in playoff losses, but in playoff wins, pretty good. Bro, I will never draft a quarterback who can't beat a Michigan defense. Stop it. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I think this was an off year for Nick Saban. Nick Saban was more worried about if he was gonna retire and everything else. But no. Michigan, I ain't gonna take from your championship. I'm not gonna take from it. But I feel like if Nick Saban wasn't focused on retiring, he probably would have beat that ass, bro. Nick Saban was focusing on retiring and still made it to the Final Four. That's freaking crazy. Like, think about this. Think about this. You know you gonna quit. How good of an employee was you? This Nick knew. Like, man, I'm still at the where they. When you get one, Dak does not have one playoff win in 8 years. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, Joseph, that's funny. I agree with you on that. My boy said he Michigan fan, but he don't want nobody from there no more. On the Dallas Cowboys. My boy said I'm a Bama fan, so I'm hurting double. Y'all Cowboy fans, okay? Out there checking. Rudy, hey man, Rudy, talk your talk, man. Your team is still in the playoffs. I ain't gonna say nothing to you. I can't say nothing to you. West Coast, why should we expect Jerry to give any better product than the stadium will sell out regardless? Well, I mean, the Cowboys gave you a good product. You had 12 wins in the NFL 3 years in a row. That's a good ass product, man. The product just couldn't over exceed expectations. That's all it was. And to be honest with you, man, a lot of decisions that we made throughout this season did not work out. Now, I don't think Jerry Jones purposely makes decisions to try to hurt the team. But I do think that he makes decisions that sometimes aren't in the best interest of the team. Tony Pollard was never the answer at running back number one. I told y'all that. People out here acting like QB wins Super Bowl every year. Stop playing for real. I don't see nothing really changing next year, but we really need defensive linemen to stop the run. First veteran explosive linebacker, veteran power running back, head coach, and DC need a change. Man, that's a lot of change to make in 1 year. Sorry, 2-5 in the playoffs, but he plays good when he wins in playoff games. I mean, duh. That's typically how it is. Dak is not no 2-5 and no playoffs. What is you talking about? That's not even possible. But I mean, listen, man, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Typically, quarterbacks don't play good in playoff losses. It's a joke. Like, tell me a quarterback that played bad and lost in the playoffs. It's not how it works, bro. That's why I said typically Dak plays really good in playoff wins, and he don't play good in playoff losses. It's how football is, duh. Somebody Googled that and was like, "What? Wait. Yeah, that makes sense." Defense, Dak, O line, and coaching all bad. Yes. How many more years is Dak under contract? He's under contract one more year for $59 million. What should be draft? I don't know what we should draft because freaking free agency comes first. Revamp the defense. I'm all for that. I'm all for that. I wish Jimmy Johnson will come in. Jimmy Johnson ain't coming back. Jimmy Johnson like 75 years old, bro. It took all of Jimmy Jones' life. He lost a year when he said, "How about them Cowboys?" He used all his energy. Bring in Tony Romo. Tony is not coming to Dallas. He makes $17 million to not be a coach. Dak can win in the playoffs. He just didn't win this year. Brock Purdy hasn't played this year. So if you can use Brock Purdy, I can use Dak because Dak played won a playoff game in the same season Brock Purdy hasn't played this year in the playoffs. So you don't know what Brock's going to do. People just be talking to him. Yeah, I know. West Coast, I was at the game and they play calling was terrible. Yes, it was. No, he can't. He's 2-5. You think Bill will coach us? I don't want Bill Belichick. Give me Jim Harbaugh. Deion Sanders? No. I'll sign Tony Pollard back if you bring Zeke back too. Parsons needs to put the podcast down and focus on football. I mean, man, I be feeling like that in a moment of a loss, but at the same time, that might be therapeutic for him. He could be out there, doing dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? He could be in the club, messing with, you know what I'm saying, having babies and doing all type of stupid stuff, but he don't. You know what I'm saying? Parsons plays Xbox and talks on the internet. Like, it could be really worse. That's all I'm gonna say. It could be really, really worse. I would rather know that. Like, I mean, think about the thoughts of like Zion, the dude in New Orleans. Like, think about how he's perceived as this party animal dude that just be spending money on stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's a superstar still, but you gotta count your blessings, man. Like, bro, the dude sits at home, he podcasts from his house, and he plays Xbox from his house. I'd rather him be doing that than anything else. Daniel Ray, I agree. He said Diggs might have a slow year next year, be coming off of an injury, especially a major injury like that. Absolutely, that's a very, very true fact. Just because you're getting Diggs back next year, don't mean you really get Diggs back next year, and you don't want to have to force him back. The money that you're paying him, like this year, it didn't really matter. You want to know why? Because they gave him an extension. So Diggs this year didn't cost the Cowboys anything because he just played on the final year of his rookie deal. So he only made $4 million this year, and he was out the whole entire year. Next year, oh yeah, that's when he started making that dub. You know what I mean? But hey, man, I'm about to get up out of here, try to get some food, and start packing up, man. Get up out of here, bro. I will try to go live again before I get up out of here, or at least go live when I get to the airport. Shoot, man, we still gonna be doing content each and every day, so make sure y'all still keep doing your thing. My goal this year is to grow YouTube more. Got to grow. Serious question. I love Parsons to death, but seriously, do you think he's slightly overrated? What is the definition of overrated? We like to use words like overrated and elite, and I don't actually know the definition of either one of those words, so it's hard for me to really say like someone's overrated. Because me personally, I kind of know exactly what Micah Parsons is. So in my book, he can never be overrated because I know what he is. You know what I mean? All right, but I'm out of here, man. You already know what it is, man. I appreciate y'all. See y'all later. Never look down because stars up. Peace. Boom, boom.